Hello guys, welcome to Weekly Recap. I am your host Vivian Kabono and this show is brought to you by NewsunplugKE. Stay tuned. Now, recently, there has been a very trending topic where the Cabinet Secretary for Transport or Transport Cabinet Secretary Murkomen was angry with the National Transport and Safety Authority. This is after his visit to the stations to the inspection and printing location along the Kaloleni Road and the Upper Hill headquarters. He had gone to see how they are continuing with their service providing. He was actually very angry because he saw that what they are doing or the services that they are offering are not as par with what Kenyans expect. This is after there has been a backlog in their systems, which have led to very many Kenyans not having their digital license, their digital plate numbers and their licenses as well as their logbooks. So he has given the authority 14 days to clear the mess. Actually, what he's saying is it is either they clear the mess or face the wrath. So he has given them 14 days, actually 2 weeks to be specific, so that they can clear the mess and continue with offering the services as they should. He has further said that he is going to supervise the processing of the licenses, the digital plate numbers, and the logbooks himself. Also, he claims that they are not the absence of a digital platform at the authority is making it hard for people to know when to pick their licenses or their plate numbers, because people have to go there physically, or Kenyans have to go there physically to pick any kind of stuff they needed from the offices. He has also told them that he needs a report why there was that backlog, why the services were not being provided as they should. So, dear NTSA, I feel like you should buckle up and pull up your socks, not to anger the CS himself anymore. Now, following the news that I brought to you last week about the death of the Nairobi hospital boss, the finance boss, Eric Maigo, may he continue resting in peace. We didn't know who the suspect was because the death was very recent. And now the Directorate of Criminal Investigation have come up with, let's say, a suspect. And shocking news is that the suspect is actually a minor. A minor who was able to kill a man, a boss. Wow, I do not know if it was under influence or if the boss, I do not know. It is a story that is very confusing. So allegedly, this lady or the woman who allegedly did this murder or took out the murder or whatever you would like to call it, is around 15 to 17 years and just did her KCPA around between 2021 and 2022 at the Dagoretti school. Yeah, she was studying at Dagoretti, and she allegedly used the camera, the CCTV camera, took footage of her escaping the compound after allegedly taking out the murder or killing the boss. So it is claimed that the neighbors raised an alarm after they heard Eric groaning, and yet the door was locked from inside. So after the neighbors raised an alarm, the alleged lady ran or escaped through the back door. The clothes that she had worn, which was a red checkered shirt and a brown pair of animal printed pants, were found in Bombolulu estate, inside the Kibera estate, where allegedly she comes from. The alleged is on the run, and people are actually, her photos have spread everywhere. and the DCI are continuing to look for her. The question is, what was behind this murder? Actually, Maigo was found with 25 stabs, some on his face, chest, and neck. And two knives were found just near his lifeless body, where the police found him after the neighbors made the call and raised the alarm. Why did this girl have to kill this man if she's the one who killed him? What was behind it? This girl just finished primary school the other day. She's a minor. How was she able to 25 stabs? That's bitterness. That's total. Actually, it is some I do not understand. I do not understand at all. May she be found and prosecuted, and may justice be found for the boss. This has happened after the Nairobi hospital had an AGM, and they said that Eric was a dedicated and a committed worker. May he continue resting in peace. Now, on social events and families, there has been a very controversial topic that has been happening. Actually, there is a woman, a mother of 3, who burned her children's hands after a missing 20 bob. Okay, missing 20 bob in the house. Allegedly, she says that these kids stole 20 bob. Seriously. With our economy, what can 20 bob do? I understand that sometimes we come from humble background and it can save a life. But surely, why would you ban your children because of 20 bob? These are children that you carried in your womb for 9 months. 20 bob. 20 shillings, and it's both of them. The 3 kids, not even both of them. 3 kids. These actually, the kids, one is 6, another is 7, and another one is 9. Yes, must be around that age. Let me say from 6 to 9 years at Migori. Is it Suma or Ruba location? Yes. According to the chief, Charles, he says that the children or the case was reported by teachers when the children went to school, and the teachers were concerned. Why are these children having burns on their hands? The case have been reported to the sub-county children's department, and this should be looked into. Why would you ban your children? This is actually child abuse. These are children 6 years, 7 years, or even 9 years. Actually, you find people being traumatized, and this is because of such happenings. Because as a child, all you want is love and affirmation from your mother. We know mothers as people who are very caring and loving. So we just hope that all will be good, and that the mother, I don't know, probably, I do not want to judge her. I do not know why she had to do that, but this should be looked into, because these are your children. These are your children that you love so much, so you should probably take care of them. Anyway, I do not know if we should first of all cross to international news, or we should finish up with the Kenyan news that have been happening around. So 10 miners have been found in a lodging in Kisii town. The miners are from Marsabit town, and they were accompanied by 3 adults. Allegedly, 2 of the adults were actually fathers of 2 of these minors. The minors are aged from 5 years to 10 years. According to the adults, these children were being taken to a church for sponsorship program under the Seventh-day Adventist Church. They were to benefit from the sponsorship and for them to get the education. But the question is, why were these children locked in a room, in a lodging? Actually, this lodging is just opposite the Kisii Central Police Station. And after this case, or after people found out that there were teenagers, or there were minors actually in the room, they raised an alarm. And hundreds of Kisii people came to see what's happening. Why are these children in here? Why are they locked in here? Even if they were being taken to study or whatever, as they were saying, for the sponsorship program, I kind of feel like it was, I mean, was there no better way of accommodating these children? Allegedly, these, or from what you see, these could have been probably a children trafficking syndicate, which definitely gone wrong, fortunately, unfortunately for the people behind it. But why, why are children being transported this way? I understand that we have, sponsorship programs, even in our country right now. Sponsorship programs and educational programs are actually things that are used a lot by conmen or by traffickers to get people in, because everybody wants to be sponsored. Everybody wants to have that job outside the country. So I don't know. Probably they were just using this sponsorship thing to traffic these children. But I'm glad. I hope the children will be rescued, and I hope all will be well. Now, crossing over to Nigeria. Federal University in the northwest part of Nigeria was attacked by bandits, and actually 35 students were abducted. Most of them were females, but according to the police, 6 of them have been rescued so far. According to the witnesses, these bandits, who were tense armed bandits who came in motorcycles, that just came in around 3 a.m. and started shooting, and later they got into the university premises. To be specific, the hostels. They actually went to 3 hostels, and from it is actually they forcefully got into the premises kwa sababu their windows were broken, the locks were broken, and allegedly they got in through the window and also forced those who had been abducted through the window as well. So they separated themselves into 2 groups. One group to continue dealing with the police, because of course there was an alarm that an alarm was raised, and the police came through, the military came through, and they were trying to handle the bandits and also trying to rescue the students who were abducted. And they separated themselves. Some took the abducted students, and some handled the policemen. According to the police, 6 students, as I had said earlier, were rescued, and some of the bandits were killed. Earlier on, it is alleged that this raid was carried out by Boko Haram, who are well known for raiding, abducting, and killing students. May the students who have not been found, be rescued, and peace and comfort upon the families. But I mean, it saddens people a lot, because students are our future leaders for tomorrow. Why do you have to abduct them? I mean, what do you benefit when you kill innocent souls? Honestly, I don't think that it is well, and this should stop. Crossing over internationally, and this is my last news for today. Thank you so much, my dear people, for being together with me all along. So there have been a rivalry issue between Canada and India, and this is after the death of one Hardeep Singh, who was living in Canada for 20 years as a plumber, and who was also a fighter for the Sikh independence. The India government has earlier on claimed that Sikh, let me call him Sikh, was a bandit, and he was dealing with terrorist issues, and which Sikh and his followers always denied. So Sikh was killed in front of a temple, outside a temple, just around June 18th. And this has led to a very controversial topic, because you know very well, or let me actually tell you that Canada and India have very good, they have ties when it comes to security and trade, and they are also allies of the US. So this is going to affect them so much, because they, are like, they are people who are, they are countries which work with one another. So what will lead, well, like, actually, right now the India embassy have stopped processing the visa for the Canada people who want to get into India. And also from the external affairs ministry, they have told the Indian people who are living, the Indian nationals living in Canada, and the students who are studying there from India who are living in Canada, that they should actually be very careful with the anti-India campaigns that are happening and in Canada, and they should just work and be good as they try to figure out how to solve the issues between Canada and India. Actually, 1.35 million Indians live in Canada, so you can actually see that they should solve their issues, because there's a Swahili saying that says, let me just translate it. When two bulls fight, it is the grass or two buffaloes, like two strong people. When two strong people fight, it is the subordinates or the people under them who suffer. So it will be the national suffering. So they better clear up this issue and see how to continue working together. Thank you so much, my lovely people, for being together with me all through. This is the weekly recap with me, your host, Vivian Kabono. Kindly like, subscribe, share, and comment. And you can as well follow me across all channels at Vivicabs. Thank you.